Hello, I'm Samantha Anderson, Director of Communications for Newton Public Schools, and I'm here to go over the October 19th newsletter. So, as usual, we have all the information down below in text, photos, videos, but we also wanted to have a quick recap up top in case you're more of a video watcher than you are a reader. So, or if you want to do both, you could do both. So first of all, there's the Board of Education recap article, and that's recapping the October 12th meeting. Some of the highlights, we focused on the board's decision to move to Orange for this week, and also the fact that later on tonight, which is October 19th, they will be deciding what next week looks like. And then we have the full video of the board meeting for anyone who'd like to watch it, and then we go into the Q&A. First off, we have some of the questions that parents asked. So how can families check which hybrid group their students in? They can go to the parent portal and click the Today tab. Why are elementary students going to be hybrid? The answer to that is that the board makes this decision based on three main categories. One is the trend in terms of incident rate, if it's going up, down, steady. They also look at percent positive and student staff absenteeism. Another question, are all of the cases students attending class? And no, there are staff cases as well. However, we need to be really clear. We're not going to give out any kind of information that can be an identifier of any individual. We can't legally do that, and from an ethical perspective, we just want to make sure we don't do that. Another question, did we include Bethel numbers in our decision last week to change to Orange this week? Those numbers are included in the Harvey County dashboard statistics, which we do use. You do have to remember that those students are in our community. They've been out and about, gone to shops, stores, and restaurants or grocery stores, so their numbers do impact us. If the numbers are good, can we move from orange all the way back to green, or do we have to go to yellow first? And we will just move based on the numbers. So if the numbers correlate to that, we'll go back to green. If there are yellow numbers, we'll go to yellow, orange, orange, red, red. Did the district look into using other buildings in the community for extra space? Yes, we did. However, we found out it would really actually be a staffing issue. Are masks being enforced? Yes, our district does have a mask policy, and the link to that is down below in the text. What do parents do if their students are in different hybrid groups? We really tried our best to get students from the same families in the same groups. However, it wasn't possible in all cases. Can students return back on site from a remote after 9 weeks? We told you you'd be signing up for a semester. However, if you think you may have a special circumstance, you can reach out to the building admin. Who makes the decision on contact tracing? So the Harvey County Health Department ultimately is the one that will produce those orders. We do keep lists for contact tracing, and through those lists, the Harvey County Health Department can make their decision. Sometimes our staff has to do the run of that based on staffing limitations with the health department. However, it's all done in conjunction with them. All right, the superintendent's corner. We have a quick update there on numbers. There are 133 students quarantined, 20 staff quarantined, and 10 cases so far, and that was as of the 17th of October. He also went over a couple of changes, so that includes the mask policy regarding recess and physical education, as well as wearing masks on buses, which we'll get to later. Student tech update, make sure you run through that. There have been some changes because we do have students in remote learning. A reminder to wear masks on the bus, it's important, and if students don't wear masks, it will be reported to school principals and they will address the issue according to the mask policy. The questions and feedback form, we had this last week, but just a reminder, on all of our district websites on the home page, there's a new button that says questions and feedback, and there's a form for you to fill out, and that goes right to the people who probably need to see your question to get you quicker answers. There's also a way for us to monitor it to make sure people are getting back to you quickly. We have an article on our Empower group at Chisholm Middle School. It's a pretty neat group. They do different things. They start out every day with a CNN 10 video, which kind of gets them brushed up on current events, as well as gives them an opportunity to discuss what goes on in those videos. So it really builds relationships between Mr. Jones, the teacher, and the students themselves. Every student takes this class, so every student gets to know Mr. Jones, and it really helps build relationships in our building. In addition to these thinking skills, students also learn different life skills, things for their future, drug and alcohol awareness. They also, again, talk a lot about it to build those relationships. And right now, they are really focusing on a growth mindset in that class. We have a feature on our welding video. Make sure you learn about that awesome program we have at Newton High. And then we have our staff shout-outs. Thank you to everybody who sent those in. And please feel free to include any you may have for the next newsletter. You can email info@usd373.org. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.